What are your thoughts on prenups?
I'm all for it.
And so should you.
A prenup. If you are really, really rich, yes. If you're like the rest of us, it doesn't matter.
Roseanne Barr's husband walked away with how much after their divorce? Prenup, Arnold walked away with a pocket full of $50 million.
I don't know, I just feel like every woman needs to have a point in her life where she's just single.
A 22-year-old girl, and then 5 years later she leaves me. I have to give her half my money? Are you freaking insane? Here's what caused me.
If you plan on getting married, you need to get a prenup. Marriage today isn't about love, it's about money. That's why the Passport Bros movement exists. Men are going where they are respected. They are going where traditional values still exist. Get a prenup or go broke.
Billionaire, and then I marry a 22-year-old girl, and then 5 years later she leaves me. I have to give her half my money? Are you freaking insane? Here's what caused me to have a prenup. She called me about a couple things that she wanted us to spend money on her family, and it pissed me off because they're taking advantage of you. If I don't have a prenup, I actually don't know if I have the drive to give my best.
Because you might lose it.
Because I might lose it. But if I have a prenup, I'm giving my best.
But some people would say, well, you shouldn't be marrying someone that you're not 1,000% sure that it's going to work out with.
It happens though, don't it?
You know what it is for a man to believe that the marriage, both sides are going to be great? Do you know that's a form of thinking you're God? I don't know what's going to happen with her later on. So why don't we not play God and let's play human beings and let's write a nuptial agreement together? I am all about marriage. I'm all about having kids, having a family. But I also understand people change.
Nothing is 1,000% certain when it comes to marrying someone. People change over the years. The feelings might not be the same when you guys first got married. And women operate on feelings. That's honestly something to not trust. Whenever she feels like leaving you, she can just initiate the divorce. So to avoid all of that headache, get a prenup. And don't make her sign it under duress.
Should a man take you for a first date?
He can take me anywhere. I'm not strict. We can go to McDonald's.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, I just need time and penis.
Oh, say less.
You want to go to McDonald's?
I do.
Really?
You got
get your number?
Yeah. You got penis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, the first date is to get to know someone, not to take you on a shopping spree. Help us reach 10K this month. Subscribe.
I've seen a lot of differing opinions on here about prenups. The argument for being, why not? It's just insurance. And if the marriage is real, you simply don't use it. And the argument against being, why are you going to set your marriage off on the wrong foot like that? Because it kind of sets a tone and an assumption that things are going to go wrong. And if they're not, then you don't need it. Personally, we didn't use one. We didn't need one because we both have absolutely nothing. But I'm curious to hear people's thoughts.
It doesn't matter. Personally, I think everyone needs to get a prenup. At least you're walking away with your nothing with you, no matter how small it may be. Whatever you came in that relationship with, take it with you.
I love you.
I used to be a dude.
Roseanne Barr's husband walked away with how much after their divorce? She refused to have a prenup drawn up before her marriage to Tom Arnold. Y'all, she even fired an attorney because of him repeatedly suggesting that she get a prenup. And just 4 years of marriage later, she found herself in a very messy divorce due to Arnold's drug and alcohol abuse. And because she refused a prenup, Arnold walked away with a pocket full of $50 million. The moral of the story? Navigating love without legal protections, specifically within a prenup, can be extremely costly.
That's why it's important to get a prenup. Imagine having to give away $50 million out of everything you've worked for. But this happens to men all the time. She just got a taste of what men goes through when dealing with divorce. Also, she was operating on her feelings. She even fired an attorney for trying to help her get a prenup signed up. Don't let that be you.
He said he will only marry me if we get a prenup. Then you know what to do, girl. Go visit your doctor. Get you some prescriptions. Get you some mind-altering prescriptions and take them on that day. And have your receipts from the pharmacy. Have your visit to the doctor. And film yourself on Instagram taking your meds. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make sure the date is seen as well. That is supposed to. Then the contract will be null and void. There you go. Okay, how can you convince your husband to let you stay home? Quit your job. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That sounds like I got fired and I'm getting sexually harassed at work. I ain't going back. I'm staying home. take care of me. That's it. That's all you gotta say. I'm getting sexually harassed at work. I ain't going back. You gotta take care of me. I'm going home. I'm traumatized. Can't do it no more. There you go. Just lie. There is no discussion. If when you decide it for yourself, there is no discussion. You just gonna do it. He said, ladies lie about your body count. Don't even answer the question about no body count. That's stupid. If a man is asking you that question, he's broke or stupid or low class. Real men don't ask that question. You know? No one has ever asked me that question. In my entire life. No man has ever asked me that question except the Dusties in the comments. Okay? So, if you answer that question, you are lowering yourself.
This is actually something to watch out for. Some women actually use this tactic to delay the process of getting that prenup signed. But if she's filming herself live on Instagram, taking mind-altering prescriptions, that's already someone you don't want to marry. She's going to such length just to not sign a prenup. At that point, you should know she's only after your money.
Wanted a prenup, and she says, nope, I'm not getting a prenup, and then you said, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Why did you agree at that time?
I'll find out whether this was the right thing to do or not. But a lot of things in my life are still to be played out, and that could be one of the most expensive decisions I ever made in my life.
What would you say to your daughter? Assume
She
you're
will
getting
definitely
married.
get a prenup.
But it's the love of her life, and he says, I don't want a prenup, I'm not getting married.
She will absolutely get a prenup.
How is your wife different in that scenario?
We never dreamed we would be where we're at right now. There's $4 or $5 billion real estate. There's 11 companies that are probably worth $3 or $4 billion. I never thought ever in my lifetime we would be where we're at. But we are. And she has participated, and I hope this is never used in a court of law against me. But I mean, in a deposition, I would have to say, yeah, dude, she participated. She's been a phenomenal partner. Childbirth, these two guys, without drugs, at home, without us bringing them to a hospital. She's a warrior, man. All that being said, it still ain't worth half.
This guy honestly has got a lot to lose if it comes to a divorce. But honestly, if your wife stayed home taking care of the kids, you owe her some money, simply because she sacrificed her career and dreams. So if it did come to a divorce, I think it's only fair she gets compensated for all the years she didn't work and supported you.
These guys are pointing the fingers at each other, and I'm trying to resolve that problem and get to the merits of this thing. My understanding is this wife has been pressured to sign a decree that has no spousal support and no piece of a business, where this husband, after 14 plus years, is currently earning an annual net between $163,489 and $172,595, and she gets no piece of the business and no spousal support. Correct? That's what my understanding is. Is that the decree you had her sign? If that's not an ethical problem, I don't know what is.
That is a very emotional judge. But this is what happens when you sign a prenup, fellas. This is what happens when you protect what belongs to you. She signed the paper knowing fully what was on it, so I'm not sure how it was forced. It used to be called equality and get a job. Now it's called spousal support.
Getting a prenup.
If you are really, really rich, yes. If you're like the rest of us, it doesn't matter.
Owning over 10 credit cards.
That's a major red flag.
What do you think that means about the person?
And sometimes people have just never been properly educated, so they think that's what they do because they're spending way beyond their means.
The person you marry wants to merge bank accounts.
I'm good with that. Yeah, my wife and I have done that. We have her account, my account, and then we have an account that we both share. And that way I can buy her jewelry. Honey, did you hear that? Jewelry. And she doesn't know that I've got it for Christmas. But then we have the joint account to take care of our common bills.
Using student loans to get a business degree.
All right, so I'm going to go green, but it could be red. It all depends on why you're going to college. I tell people all the time, don't go to college just because you think you have to go to college.
The person you're dating has an expensive hobby.
I'm going to say green if they can afford it. My wife has a very expensive hobby, me.
The person you're dating follows me on social media.
Oh man, that's definitely a red flag.
I'm sure you know what this means. Basically, the person coughing is too old to be alive any longer. And because she didn't sign a prenup, once he passes away, she gets some money. Every joke got some truth to it. Subscribe.